As we observe Veterans Day tomorrow, we are reminded that it is time to honor and celebrate the courage and commitment of our nation's heroes. When these brave men and women signed up to serve our country, we agreed to take care of them. They kept their part of the bargain, and I'm proud to say that the United States Senate is on the verge of taking a major step to do our part today. I want to start by giving my most sincere and heartfelt thanks to the many veterans who have shared their personal stories, provided feedback and insight into the policy, and who have stepped up to the plate time and time again by being tireless advocates. Their commitment on and off the battlefield is why we are about to achieve this major victory. You know, it's no secret that the House and Senate are divided on any number of economic and political issues facing average Americans right now. But in the over 16 years that I have served on the Veterans Affairs Committee, it's clear. Our veterans are the one issue that we should never be divided on. And that's why this amendment brings all ideas to the table. Republican and Democrat, House and Senate, those from the President and those from Congress. And it uses all of those ideas to address one of the most daunting and immediate problems facing our nation's veterans, finding work. After almost 10 years of war, nearly 1 million American veterans are unemployed today. But as those who know the character and experiences of our veterans, that should not be the case. Our veterans have the drive, the discipline, and the self-confidence to succeed in any workplace. But for too long, at the end of their career, we patted our veterans on the back for their service and then pushed them out into the job market alone. That's why in May of this year, I introduced a Veterans Employment Bill to ease the transition from the battlefield into the working world. It's a bill that allows our men and women in uniform to capitalize on their service, while also making sure the American people capitalize on the investment that we made in them. And today that bill was combined with other great ideas from Chairman Miller, Senator Baucus, President Obama, and others in this comprehensive amendment that we are about to pass this afternoon, introduced by Senator Tester. The VOW to Hire Heroes Act takes a huge step forward in rethinking the way we treat our men and women in uniform after they leave the military. And it redoubles our efforts to avoid the mistakes that have cost our veterans dearly and that have weighed on the collective conscience of this nation. This is the responsibility we must all keep on our shoulders, not just on Veterans Day, but every day. It doesn't end on the battlefield. It doesn't end after the parades tomorrow. In fact, it doesn't end. And I've got some great news today. I have been assured that this legislation is going to be taken up in the House, and I'm confident that we will be successful and pass it as soon as it does. So we are very excited today to move this legislation on a very important day, right before Veterans Day, and to assure our veterans we're going to keep working with them every step of the way to make sure they transition back into a civilian world that respects them.